The first question is, do we even need a new Harry Potter series? Some fans say no, because the movies weren't made that long ago and people still love them. But on the other hand, it's really hard to squeeze hundreds of pages into a 2-hour film. A series would give the story some room. No shortcuts, no oversimplifying, no cutting things out. We could finally get a truly faithful adaptation. But will we? Let's get back to that later. The colors in the trailer look really dark compared to the movies.
Mr. Potter, I think we can expect great things from you.
Some people are saying they had to crank their brightness all the way up just to see anything. Right now, it's unclear whether the creators will listen to that feedback and actually change it. It would make sense for the beginning of Harry's life to look this dark, because it was a dark time. But once we get into the magical world, fans would probably like to see a bit more color. The new Harry Potter fits the role perfectly. He even has those distinct green eyes, just like his mother. The movies didn't have that. Daniel Radcliffe had allergic reactions to contact lenses, so they had to drop the idea. People seem pretty happy with Ron as well. In the books he had freckles, but that's such a small detail that it doesn't really bother anyone. Hermione also fits her role really well. According to the books, she should have a big bushy mane of brown hair and prominent front teeth. And she does, so there is really nothing to complain about there. Hagrid definitely looks like Hagrid, but unfortunately, he doesn't sound like him. Hagrid was kind of like a ball in a china shop when it comes to personality, and Nick Frost's voice is just too nice for that.
They were funny and clever, and they stood up for what they believed was right.
You might think that it's a directing choice, but if you compare it to his role in How to Train Your Dragon, it's pretty much the same. This is whom he was playing.
Put him in training with the others. No, I'm serious. So am I.
And this is how he sounded like.
Stick him in training.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, so am I.
It seems like he just doesn't change his accent. He always uses his natural voice. Draco Malfoy's look is very different from the movies. Back then, his hair was badly bleached. You could clearly see the light roots against much darker lengths. The problem is, scalp is warm, which affects how quickly and how strongly hair lightens. If you get the timing wrong, you end up with exactly that kind of effect. If it had been done properly, it would have looked much more natural. Also, Malfoy has dark eyebrows, which creates this artificial look that just doesn't work. You see this in a lot of movies now, and honestly, it feels lazy to me. What do you think? Does it bother you too? The new actor has naturally blonde hair, and in my opinion, he really fits the role visually. Also, though he looks like an angel, just from his facial expressions in the trailer, I can totally imagine being bullied by him. To be fair, I didn't like Alan Rickman in that role either. Did you know Rowling herself wanted him to play Snape? For me, he was way, way too old, and it really showed. Also, Snape was supposed to be skinny, but Alan clearly had a bit of a belly. And what is it with those eyebrows? Like, why can't they ever get that right? It looked really unnatural in his case too. You can tell his eyebrows are light while his hair is dark. It just gives me that feeling of, yep, that's a guy in a wig, or with dyed hair. To this day, I still can't get used to that version of Snape. Yet coming back to the new actor, I think pretty much everyone agrees. This casting sucks. But did we actually expect anything different? After everything we got recently? I didn't. It's not just that the skin color doesn't match. Nothing really matches. Maybe the age, at best. Just look at Rowling's drawings. She was apparently inspired by a real teacher of hers who looked that way. Was he black? No. And honestly, I think this alone is why people are already writing the series off. Just look at the like to dislike ratio under the trailer. And I get it, because this one decision already shows that all those promises about a faithful adaptation don't really mean much. If this were a minor background character, sure, whatever. But Snape is way too distinctive and way too important to the story to just ignore that. Also, some of the terms the creators use in the already released making of are a bit concerning.
to reimagine the Harry Potter canon, to let it breathe.
Reimagine and let it breathe? That doesn't sound like a faithful adaptation to me. And the funny thing is, the formula for success was so simple. Like, they had one job. They already had the story. All they had to do was follow it.